live. Just figuring out where we're gonna put it at. Yeah, they can't see us, but they don't need to see us.
Yeah.
All right, shalom. All right, before we get started, we want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. A double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to all the Sisiakim. Hey, like the title says, it's a post-camp. Me and the brother, we just building in the spirit. And we just gonna, go where it goes. So, like, I think I saw you had the word stability pulled up. So, hey, we just deal with that, because that's what the Lord is giving us. He wants to give it to us, but we gotta earn it. We're fighting for that stability, and it comes through gaining wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Matter of fact, you might as well just get that in Isaiah the 33rd chapter.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, which is
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6, and it reads, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times."
Yep. So, like, that's what's going to stabilize us, as the scriptures say. The world shall be tossed to and fro like a drunkard. We know that's ultimately speaking about the thermonuclear missiles. But on a spiritual level, this place is about to before it gets to that point, it's going to be rocky.
Yeah.
A whole lot of unsureties, a whole lot of madness is going to be going on, that you're going to need to have that stabilizing. You got something you can, if you want to make a point, you got a scripture as well. But yeah, that stabilizing is what we're seeking after from the Lord. When you think about a camera, people that are shooting a movie, they had that stabilizer on it, so no matter how the camera moves, it's always focused and still.
Yep.
Even though it might be doing all of this shit behind the scenes, the camera is still.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeking after from the Lord. But, that's where we're going. The closer we get, it's going to get more rough waters. But through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we should be stabilized within the hell,
Yes, sir. And because in the definition it says firmness of resolve, mental equilibrium, steadfastness. So it's basically having you rooted in a position where you're unmovable. In the midst of the chaos.
Exactly.
Because like you mentioned about the winds, the nuclear destruction, which that's the winds in Revelation 7th chapter.
Yeah.
And also it represents the prophecies coming to pass. The prophecies coming to pass is going to shake this shit up. It's going to stir things up to where people are going to be losing it. They're going to be uncertain. They're going to be panicky. I got a precept.
Go ahead with it.
This Matthew 7:24. "Therefore, whoso heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock." Verse 25. "And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock."
That's it. That's why the scriptures say be rooted and established in Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Because that's when that storm comes, that tempest from the Lord comes on this place, like those winds, as the brother just said, comes. We got to make sure that we can, we want to make sure that we can stand the rain.
Yeah.
We want to be able to make sure that we can stand the weather. That's why, what do we do now? Part of it is prophesying in season and out of season, so that we are acquainted with the elements as a whole. A lot of people aren't even used to the elements. A little bit of rain throw them off their game. Heat throw them off their game. Cold throw them off their game. But the Lord has got us through these tests and trials and tribulations and low points. It's all to build us up so that we can actually be stabilized in the times to come. And that's a heavy thing, because that's what we want. And overall, that stabilizing that we're looking for is the kingdom of heaven. That's the ultimate stabilized, where we're going to be in a stable position. Bro, I'm pretty sure your family, your father and your mother, one of their biggest desires of us is, I just want you to have a stable life. I want you to be able to handle your XYZ and so on and so forth, that's what any parent would want. Any lover wants that for the next person. But the Lord ultimately is going to bring that stabilizing our way through the kingdom through the way of the kingdom of heaven. Yeah. Ultimately. But even before we get to that point, the Lord's going to bring a level of stabilizing our way.
Yeah. He's stabilizing us in our mindsets.
That's where it starts at, yeah.
In our mindsets to where we can't, so that we won't be shaked and tossed to and fro with these doctrines and these things happening. The persecutions, the tribulations, you know what I'm saying? Because notice we're still here and we're still doing them because like the Lord said, those that hear my sayings and keep them.
That's right.
So by keeping these sayings of the Lord, these are keeping you rooted like a house built upon a rock and not sand. And I'm going to go ahead and finish that. Verse 26, and everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it.
That's having no stability and no foundation. Because a foundation is what keeps your house stabilized. That's what a foundation keeps a house stabilized. So like that account or that parable is going into basically one side not having a true foundation. You know, we had a brother, you know, said something at camp dealing with the whole affiliates. You know, we had some of the brothers listening outside, and you know, through the Spirit, the Lord calling out all these affiliates was to bring another level of stability their way, because they really don't know it how they should know it. I'll say, being respectful. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because matter of fact, you could speak on that in the senses of you were once a brother on the doing your thing on the outside, but then you came in. You felt the growth? You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure you felt growth within yourself of, you know, that's a big difference. I'm learning more. I'm getting more out of the Spirit, dealing with it this way. You know what I'm saying? So that's because the Lord wanted you to be more stable. You probably feel more stable in your walk now. You know, so all of it is about stability, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna finish that out. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Yep. And that's where it all begins. The fear is what moved us to realize that if you want some level of stability in life in any way, it's only going to come through the Lord. And the Lord prepared us and told us, okay, I know you want the stability, but remember, wisdom trieth you on crooked paths. So you're going to be in, you know, rough plans and rough situations, but don't worry, I'm teaching you. Because see, what does a car have to deal with unstable grounds? A suspension, right? So the Lord, a suspension is another stabilizing tool, right? And when you watch these cars, like I was watching this video and they had cars drive over little like bumps, like a bunch of bumps, right? And they were making a point of how stable the suspension of the car was. One car, they had, matter of fact, it was like a Maybach or something, right? It was a Mercedes Maybach. And they had like dishes piled up on the hood. And that was a test, driving over a bunch of like little bumps in the road, right? And one car, it was hitting them bumps and that shit was all over the place. Versus one car, that shit was sitting on the hood of the car and the dishes wasn't going nowhere, because even though the wheels was hitting all them bumps, the suspension was eating all that shit up, and it was as if the car wasn't even going through it. Yeah, you know how to go drive through here. You see it.
Yeah, first time seeing it, and it's funny because we reading this scripture here, and the Lord is comparing those that are wise and those that are foolish. Reminds me of the parable of the foolish virgins and the wise virgins, and this is a prime example of foolish virgins, because just, you know, we already know, usually dealing with the t-shirt fringes guys and these camps, we know that their doctrines is not rooted in the sayings of Yahushua. You know, we know it's some false doctrine, something that they going off on Sabbath or something. You know what I'm saying?
And they also prioritize
keeping the commandments.
That too. They do that but the reason why they do that is because see, with faith you can't see faith. But if you see a man keeping the commandments, you can see I got my beard. I got my beard, you know, I got my fringes, and you know, you name it. So that is them trying to gain a clout and notoriety, a name for themselves in basically a dishonorable way. See, that's what you said. They're the foolish ones building their house upon sand because they want to hurt. It's like the story of the 3 little pigs.
I was just thinking that.
It's literally the same story where you had the one pig who built his house with straw, and the one pig that built his house with sand, and then the one that built his house with bricks. Why? But why did the two build their houses with straw and sand? Why? Remember? What was the reason?
No, I don't know.
Because they wanted to get back to partying.
It was easier.
It was easy. It was like, man, let's just throw this shit up. So we can get back to let's get back to the fun. Fuck it, whatever. You know what I mean? And that's like you were saying, a lot of these Israelite camps, they have the same spirit. Right. They want to, man, whatever. We don't care about that. Y'all are focused all on this, that, and the third. We want to get to raising the nation.
Yeah.
Or whatever bullshit that they want to stand on,
Right.
which is they're not focused in on a stabilizer. See, this is what we're doing, these words, understanding the scriptures, the how we deal with each other, iron and sharpening iron. This is how we are getting our stabilizing, so that when the times comes, we won't be like a Kia car, a cheap car with cheap car suspension.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like, some crazy expensive car suspension that, like I said, you driving over hell of bumps, the tire doing this shit, but you in there quiet, didn't spill your drink, nothing. That's amazing. That's a high level of stabilizing.
Yep.
And that's what we're yearning for. That's why we do the work that we do. What you got?
Yeah, man, I got this because we talking about Yahushua's words, being stable, being built.
Yes, sir.
Colossians 2:6 says, "Ye have therefore received Mashiach Yahushua, the one, the Lord. So walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established," which established phonetically it looks like stable.
Yeah. Because matter of fact, no, it is. It's the same. For you to have an established, like if you had an established restaurant, right? That means you didn't just open it the other day. You can't say you have an established restaurant and it just opened up the other day. To say that you have an established restaurant means that it's past the times. It's survived. That Moe's is an establishment right there.
Right.
What you got? You guys on?
I got the etymology of established.
Okay.
All right. To cause to stand still, establish, stipulate, set up, erect, build. Like we're reading about being built up and rooted. It says from the Latin stabilare, which means to make stable.
See? So stable, stability, established.
Yeah.
So the Lord is matter of fact, read Colossians 2 again.
Colossians 2:7. It says, rooted and built up in him, established in the faith.
Yep.
As ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving.
Yeah, so that's the point. The Lord, like I said from the beginning, the Lord literally wants to stabilize us.
Yeah.
But he can't just, it's like if you stabilize the child and he didn't have to go through anything, he's not going to appreciate the stability. And the Lord doesn't want us to be spoiled brats. We are humble men learning how to be. So in the spirit of it, that's why the crooked paths come. I'm going to throw you on these crooked paths to test to see if you have faith in me. But afterwards, you're going to have a better level of stability. Like you said, confidence in your mind, confidence in the name of the Lord, trusting in the Lord. This person is tripping. See, these people aren't right in the minds.
That's right.
So again, like you said, that's what we're looking to be. Matter of fact, like the scriptures say, the Lord is establishing the house of David. That's what's happening. More Israelites.
Another one. It's the third count. Three.
Yeah. They all out here. But you know what? Like I said, at the end of the day, they hate us because we're focused on making sure that we are all established and stable for the times that's coming.
And it's not fun. Basically, the route that we're going, which is the way, it's not the most. It's not the glory of now. It's not a glorified way to do it right now.
No,
because these other camps, they want the glory now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So what we're doing is not glorified. We get the least amount of views. We get the least amount of respect. And these other camps don't want to do that because they're trying to go some other way.
And all they doing is they're, like I said, we're in the spirit. We could change the name of that story. The three little lambs. The three little lambs. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they want to be like the lambs that built their houses on sand and with straw.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter to them. See, when it's all good, it's all good. And that's what that story shows. But what happens when the wolf comes? That straw house isn't good no more. That sand house isn't good no more. You need something that's more established, which is that brick house that they all ran into.
Yeah.
So again, that's why, matter of fact, real quick, go to Proverbs 18:10.
Proverbs 18:10.
Because like you said, Yahushua, we got to be rooted and established like Yahushua. He's already established.
Right.
That's where we get our comfort and safety from. You got it. If you got it.
And even the tempter who came to present himself, the tempter couldn't move him.
That's right.
Couldn't move him because he was too rooted in what he stood on.
Come on now.
Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
And it is safe because that's an established marker.
Yeah.
The name of the Lord is an established thing. That's why we do what we do, going into highways and hedges, teaching. Because we want to persuade other men and women, but specifically men, to have the understanding that this is where safety is. Yahweh Shai is established. So we are establishing ourselves under that banner. When you think about the house of David, we're rebuilding the ruins of the house of David. Okay? So this is all part of the process, so that when the storm comes, when the winds come, like you said, when the rain comes, when the sun comes, no matter what comes, we are established enough to survive it.
Yes, sir.
That's why we're here, to be established, to survive what the hell is coming. A lot of men don't see the importance of that. So they, man, them niggas is tripping, man. Them niggas, they don't take all that, man. I don't need to know all that. I don't need to do all that.
They don't want to read the manual. They don't want to read the instructions and take the time to, no, let's fuck that shit, man. Just grab that, put that there, stick that there. Yeah, man, let's get it done quick. Now. You know. Oh, and can I add one more precept if you want to close out on this one? Because we're talking about being established. We're talking about a strong tower, a building. You know what I'm saying? And all of these things have a door, right? This is John 10, verse 7. Then said Yahweh Shai unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved.
And you know what? The thing about doors is, when you're building homes, you gotta, in the engineering side of a home, you have to consider the weight of the building. Right. That's part of the foundation as well. Everything, most people don't deal with homes from most people don't look at a home and think of the overall weight of the home. You know, but the Lord is allowing us, because he is the house, and like you said, he's the door. So he's literally saying that he's taking all the weight. We just gotta trust in him. You know what I'm saying? We gotta trust, believe, and just simply do what he said, and he will give us, because we are married unto him, right? Like our wives. If a man with a woman, if your woman do exactly what you tell her to do, you're gonna establish her. You're gonna make sure she's straight, comfortable. It's the same with us, but we just gotta do our end. You know, we gotta serve. You know.
Yeah. Continuing on, read that again. John 10 and 9. I am the door. This is Yahweh Shai. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in, out, and find pasture.
And that's safety, that's stability, that's freedom, something that we don't have here.
Right.
You know, that's what I said. The Heavenly Father says he wants to give us, it is his desire to give us the kingdom of heaven. So what does that mean? He wants us to be stable. You know, we're under the curses, we're fucked up here, we're dealing with, you know, we gotta make it work. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna have to make it work in the kingdom. We're gonna have more than enough to make it work. But that's part of it. So the Lord is training us up, and that's what like you said, we're gonna close up there in the senses of understanding it's a process, because the Lord wants us to have the right mind frame for when the stability comes. A lot of people are thrown into stable situations, but they don't have the humbleness to appreciate it, so they fuck it off, right? We don't want to be like that. So we're here to go through the hell to receive the stability. The Lord he's gonna save us.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so if you got any other thing, we're gonna close up there.
That's it.
Hey, so with that, we want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto our apostles and